I want you to see here that we all make mistakes, even when we think we know what we're doing. But you're going to still get a few tips here. How to propagate when maybe growing lettuce or some other plant that you decide to grow. So you could do double duty. Maybe making a free plant tag that you can make out of, well, a twig. And maybe how to make a worm farm when you don't want worms. Well, you'll get it in a minute. You'll see. So let me show you the disaster I did here. Well, you know that old saying, do as I say, not as I do? Well, I did as I do, and I shouldn't have. So let me show you exactly what I did. I came out here, one morning and decided, well, let's get this all set up with lettuce. Now, mind you, this lettuce off to the right has been sitting there for, well, a week or two, a couple weeks, let's say. Had it all labeled, everything is right. Had the soil in there, and I started to yank out all these baby lettuce like I do all the time. Just thought I'd do it one morning right after I had coffee, till I had all of them out that I needed for this box, this plastic box. This would protect it from all the outside elements, right? Wrong. I went ahead and I watered them. And I love these watering cans. I get them from Walmart because look at the water flow so small through the nose of the elephant. Bought a whole bunch of these. Well, this as it stands is right, and it is protected. Everything about it is right except for one thing. The whole thing. This lettuce has been sitting out too long, and I have cabbage moths, butterflies that zip around there. Well, I didn't think about it. We'll get back to that in a minute. So in the meantime, I decided to take some of the Hummingbirds lunch that is sitting there in the garden and do a couple clippings on that. I mean, why not? As the lettuce grows, eventually it's going to fizzle out as I use it, and then I could end up with maybe some plants. So I stuck in a whole bunch of branches in my cups. Looks beautiful. In theory, everything is great. Double duty. I'm going to grow lettuce. Same thing in the shoebox. Planted a few right in the soil in the shoebox since I had the soil in there. And same thing, put the Hummingbirds lunch in there, and yes, the lettuce was out of that, well, flower pot. Again, an exposed flower pot to the air without thinking and replanting everything in there? Oh, come on, Robbie, you know better than that. So let me show you the disaster I did here. Not even thinking, just thinking, oh, I'm going to get the lettuce. So the lettuce I had out here has been eaten by caterpillars. But I took that lettuce and I planted it all carefully in here. Took my time like I usually do, but you know what I did? Exactly what I tell you guys not to do. Don't use soil that you've been using, especially if it's been left open and had plants in there. So I figured I had a lot of soil around here. I'll just use the soil I've got. Let me show you what happened. Now in here, it's not a full disaster. I do still have some cuttings I put in there. So those are Hummingbirds lunch and other things. They're growing, but if you can see, there's no lettuce. The lettuce is gone. The lettuce is gone in there, all eaten. And that still has some lettuce. That has some. And let me see in here, nothing. You want to know what happened to the lettuce? This is why you have to be careful. Look, they're starving. Oh, they ate everything. The caterpillars were already on the lettuce when I closed this up. I gave them a wonderful environment. That's what I ended up doing. So instead of growing lettuce, I had a caterpillar farm. So you've got to be very careful when you're growing things and you're transplanting, like here, and it was sitting out here, and the cabbage butterfly or whatever came along. She laid her eggs. I didn't see it. I went ahead and moved them in here, and I protected them with tulle. Well, keep in mind, if you're keeping them out, you're also keeping them in. So now I'm just going to redo all this. I'll use all this wonderful soil to propagate other plants because, you know, a lot of these caterpillars want my vegetable plants. They don't want Hummingbirds lunch, lemon verbena, or other things I may be doing, even tomatoes. So that's okay. It's not a complete loss. It's actually a good learning thing. So you know for the future, look it over. And if you think, looks like it's been out too long or in the wrong area, may have a couple caterpillars, couple of the leaves had a little few holes in it, didn't really examine it, that's what you end up with. You end up with a caterpillar farm and nothing else. But I do sometimes propagate other plants, as you can see in there. I've got other things going. So those are still growing because caterpillars don't eat that. But the caterpillars will eat my lettuce. So I'll redo this, but keep in mind, when you're starting seeds, sometimes it's better to cover your seedlings so when they come up, I think I'll do that next time. Take this out, clean it up, give it a good rinse, put some fresh potting mix in here, and then grab some lettuce seeds, sprinkle them in, and cover them. Then I can leave it out in the open in the bird garden here where there's all the butterflies and everything as well. And I'll take from the one that's covered and I'll know that nothing got its eggs laid on there, and the soil will be fresh soil, that there was nothing there. I would not use that soil, even though I'm pretty sure nothing will be going on in there anyways. And I'll start over. So there's the lesson of the day. We all make mistakes, but that's okay. No big deal. Just start all over and do it again. With that, have a wonderful day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. There's a few in here I could save if I can get in here. Because this lettuce is good. This lettuce is good. This one is not. This one obviously is not. I don't know where the caterpillar went. Maybe I'll just leave those and keep an eye out, a very close eye, and let these take off. Yep, I'll leave those out. And if there's no caterpillar, they'll start to grow. And if not, something else will come along and eat them. Not a loss. We still have the soil. We still have compost. And we just start all over. Oh, how funny. Very important tips. Make sure the lettuce you're putting in there has not been contaminated with any eggs from any moths or butterflies. And I have to talk over this because I messed up. And you'll be able to grow all kinds of food for you and not the cabbage butterflies or the aphids or whatever wants to get in there. It's going to belong to you. I'm just going to go back and rewatch my own video.